so keen. She guards the secrets of midnight skies, adventuring where dreams arise. Frost on her wings like diamonds bright, she dances through the endless night. Whispers of old tales in her wake, serene the dawn she'll break. She weaves spells with every breath, a touch of magic defying death. Serena song in the coldest air, an ancient rhyme that finds us there. From mountains high to silent seas, her power spreads with the winter so keen. She guards the secrets of midnight skies, adventuring where dreams arise. From mountains high to the silent seas, her power spreads with the winter's breeze. A cloak of snow she softly wears, green art in twilight flares. A legend born of frozen tears, carved in silence through the years. Her story echoes in each break, serene and hard she'll stay. She weaves spells with every breath, a touch of magic defying death. Serena song in the coldest air, an ancient rhyme that binds us From mountains high to the silent seas, her power spreads with the winter's breeze. A cloak of snow she softly wears, an ancient rhyme that binds us there. An ancient rhyme that binds us there.
Welcome back, my lovely snowflakes, or welcome if you're new here. It's Serena Magic coming at you again with the Sorrowverse once again. Hello, my lovely wife. It's always good to see you. Mwah. And hi, Echo. So we are still awaiting the NB's return so that we can get started today, but it's going to be a lot of fun as usual. Let's go ahead and get to the screen here. Okay.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Yay!
Good morning.
Oh, wrong one. Dang it. Yeah, no, understandable, Roman.
If there's anything any of us can do to help accommodate or make things genuinely better, just let us know.
Just knocking everything off my desk trying to turn my fan on. Sending lots of love as usual, though, Roman.
Mara returns.
Welcome back. Okay, we ready to get started?
I've never been ready for anything in my life.
Maybe a half second to wrap up my project. I'm just
Yep.
putting everything away. That's my. I mean, look, this chair stops squeaking in my ear every fucking day.
Thank you for this first, Scorpion. Just about to get started, so good timing. Really? You're gonna do this to me? Yeah.
All right. I'm here. Hi.
Come back.
Thank you for the resub, Maru.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That was a prime sub. You didn't see anything. Anyway, so, Cosmic recap.
Huh? Yeah, alright. When we last left our adventures, we had, we woke up, we had a very nice breakfast. We were given the specific details on what we were going to go do, kill a man. We spent the rest of that day, researching. That was basically the entire last session was research. And also a very nice stately dinner.
And a
Where
little
we all
bit
got
of
into a
a
conversation.
character reveal.
Yeah, A bunch of really nice character moments. If you didn't see it last week, you should go look at the pod.
Bro, Kazu plugging hard today. We love to see
There
it.
is a link to the YouTube in my bio, so
I'm a professional.
I'm a professional.
what type of professional?
Wow, chicka, wow, wow. Wow, wow. No, he's not that kind of professional.
No.
No, not that kind of professional. Anyway, DMV after this. Anyway, yeah, we had a bunch of really nice character moments. We formulated something that sounds like a plan. Had a nice stately dinner. Where was it Regal Rain? I don't have my notes on.
Yes, it was Regal. We also discussed the idea of redemption because
With Sorrow's dad, Glory.
Glory.
Glory,
It was
that's the one.
it was Glory. Right. My brain mixed
Yeah.
them up.
Laurie has in turn inspired multiple people to take multiple actions. The paper is being fit, and people are going to think about philosophy all the way up to the part where we murder a man. And then I believe after that, we sat around, finalized their plans, and our
Well, the basis of them. We're gonna
Yeah.
have to figure certain things out once we get there, but
we finalized the approach to our plans.
yes.
And I think we're spending the rest of today putting together a supply list.
Yep.
Well, the next day we're putting together a supply list because we all went to bed at the end.
Yeah. So, you guys as the players need to figure out the supply list you guys think you guys are going to need.
Poison's already been provided. Let's see.
And so I'm going to let you guys table talk that a little bit.
Yep.
Because then I'm going to kind of do a flash forward for a few days at the manor, unless there's specific things you guys would like to do.
Not in particular. So basically, the only things I can think of that we would need would be some type of rations for the road, and then possibly something to use as a disguise.
Yep, that's basically my entire notes from the last week. Same intentionally thinking about it is like adequate food, adequate transportation, adequate protection in the form of a disguise. That's it. That's all you need to do a job like this. We already have the information. That's the only other thing
have
that you would need. And the
yeah, we have
information
the
didn't reveal a
information.
particular.
And we also have the tool.
Yeah, we didn't reveal a particular weakness. We don't need to get a special brand of wine for this man. No particular. No, it's really. And the only reservation that we have is that maybe the old blueprints are in fact very old and wrong.
As well as, actually having to observe / learn people's schedules, different things like that.
Sure.
Okay,
So we don't have any particular.
You're coming in.
my headset died for a second there, so I didn't
gotcha.
hear anything anybody said for a moment.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Basically, the conversation was a lot of our plan is go there and figure out what to do next because we don't have the adequate information, and we are all a little afraid that the blueprints are so old as to be incorrect. So we don't have any particular weaknesses that we know to exploit right now.
It's we have some basic ideas of ingress and things like that, but we will need to know, guard rotations, schedules, things like that we wouldn't be able to find out until we were there. But as for supplies, just basic rations and a disguise to use within the walls, possibly.
Yeah. The only other thing that I could think of that we should talk about is Plan B. What if we do fuck it up? What is the worst case scenario, and how do we shore up those defenses? Health potions, for sure. If it's not pushing it, a potion of invisibility would go a long way. Adequate armor. I think that's all we really need for that. I don't have Revivify, so I don't even need to ask for reagents.
Yeah, that's about it.
So my PC did a restart on me.
Oh,
So
wonderful. You can
yeah,
catch
so
it again.
Cool.
absolutely. Did not catch anything. That was just that. But I'm putting together from the bits I did catch that the idea is to get provisions, be food, clothing, disguises, and secure adequate transportation, which you've been told would be provided for you. Am I correct in these?
Yes, and the only other thing that might be a possibility would be if we could get some magic potions if it wasn't too much, like maybe a couple of potions of healing and like a potion of invisibility or something. Just in case things don't necessarily go as planned. Contingency plan.
Oh, no plan ever survives first contact with the enemy.
That's kind of the thing that player at the table is thinking about, and probably, honestly, probably the character thinks about it too and puts in requisitions for like at least one invisibility potion, enough like 2 health potions for each of us. Um, just shoring up the defenses in the case that we fuck it up and go loud.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yep,
Yes,
we can hear
hello.
you.
Fan-fucking-tastic. It means everything worked. Alright, well, the restart happened and I can talk and everything's fine. Alright, sweet.
It's not a stream without a little scuff.
Not a stream without a little scuff. So yeah. So are
It's
you
up
guys
to
all
y'all
confident?
to. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's up to y'all to requisition weapons if you want weapons, and my character does not need them and does not think about them.
Yeah, you have the weapons that were on you when you were caught.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're fine.
But if y'all want something like if our bard wants special arrows to help out during combat or stealth, that's up to Sparrow to figure out because it's not only is the character not willing to think about it, the player is not willing to think about it.
Yeah.
This character is so lazy, it's making the player lazy.
Other way around.
I mean, to be fair, like other than like more information which you'll gather when they get there and just disguises, like Absolution has exactly what she needs to do this. It's just another Tuesday.
Okay. Roman, is there anything else you'd like to add in for input here, or are you fine with what's been outlined so far?
There you go.
It's like honestly, she probably has more now than she has had in the past for certain things.
You have the ability now to make it ideal. Oh, player thinks about something but also knows what's going to happen. Character doesn't know to think to ask about it. Poor Phelan. Anyway. But again, I already know that this is going to happen without my input. It's just a reminder to give us a royal something. Usually it's a pen and a cloak, but it could be anything.
Just waiting for confirmation from Roman.
I won't be a victim. I won't back down. My decision.
Hey, Roman, you there?
Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah, are you good with everything that was been outlined so far, or is there something you'd like to add for Sparrow?
There sounds I'm unbreakable. Mm. Okay.
Cool. Excuse me. How would you guys like to present your requests for supplies to Sorrow?
I would think we'd probably do it in writing because we would be taking notes.
Okay.
We write it out, if only so that Faye doesn't like go back and do it. Like, wait, we need rations. Okay, we're gonna need rations. Okay, we already wrote that. That's gonna happen a lot. Guys is good. Rations. We already wrote that down.
What about Oh, yep, I put down rations.
It's good. So at a certain point, she started writing it down just to stop herself from getting caught in the loop.
Any particular rations that would be specific that you guys would want, or are you just gonna go with the general rations and
Just
let me
general
fill in
ones,
that detail?
honestly.
Ooh,
I think Faye purposely doesn't do anything because she already knows that
His
her food preferences have been watched.
absolution is not picky, so
Mhm.
having something is better than having nothing. You mean I don't have to take the chance of having to go 3 days without food?
Yeah.
Because the game is bad wherever I ended up?
Yeah. So over the next several days, the trafficking around the manor is the same as it usually is. You guys actually get a little bit of an idea for how things work within the manor house. It seems the guards go through a rotation. They do a number of days where they go accompany Sorrow out into doing her job as the High Wardeness. And then there's days where they are guarding the manor itself, and then they have days off. A lot of them tend to spend a lot of their days off with the other guards, and a lot of them train during that time.
Faye goes to ask directly to Sorrow at some point if this whole routine is Sorrow's doing or if this is royal charter.
How does she ask this question?
Okay. Let me get in character really quick.
Yeah, does she do it at a meal? Does she do it just like during a day?
During a day, not during a meal, because she doesn't want to hear the guards. She doesn't want all of the guards to hear the question.
Oh, okay. So, what is the specific way she asks this question?
Yeah. Sorry. Deep in research, the whole guard schedule routine is that you're doing, or does this happen everywhere? Asking for a friend.
She kind of smiles. Yes, a friend, or just personal research, right? This is my doing. These are my personal guards. They rotate on a schedule that Sir Stefan actually set up.
Pulls out a parchment, crosses some things out. Thank you.
There hasn't been a, shall we say, uniform way of guarding the bloodline for about 100-ish years, maybe 120.
This is scribble 100 question mark 120 question mark. Okay.
Yeah, it broke down right around then. Had a few cousins that went missing right around that time, oddly.
God damn it!
But that's well before my time.
Take your time.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, Roman. So she just kind of goes, any other questions that I can answer for you? Concerns? Such thing?
Player thinking. Uh, what well, since you're offering, perhaps some insight on these blueprints as to how secret passages might be written down.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen some stairs that lead to solid walls. Player clubbing. Let's go. And we're curious if you just happen to know if there's a way to determine which of these were secret passages and which might just be we changed our mind.
Well, technically, if they were secret, I might not know about them. But if I were to know, for example, that the city has an underground farming system that they keep up with a magical sun, um, maybe that might be of interest to you. They seem to lead to walls, but really what they lead to is the caverns below.
Mm-hmm.
And it is possible that there are secret passageways that lead to various places, but I certainly wouldn't know about them. Also, they wouldn't be secret, would they?
That's very true. Well, if that were to be real, that would be very interesting. Thank you.
And also, this is from before my uncle's renovations to the palace and the renovations that Joy has been doing during his tenure as the lord there.
Multiple scribbles. Just things might be different. I understand. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, and your request for different provisions.
Yes.
Some of these things were easier to require than others. Food provisions are fairly easy for me to supply. Clothing and disguise also fairly easy. Health potions.
Just to be safe. If you cannot get them, that is okay.
It wasn't a question of whether or not I could get them. It's a question of, how do I say? If you're planning on needing them, I suppose the necessary subtlety is lost on you.
It is a backup plan.
Ah, if things go wrong, a contingency, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm happy to supply for contingency plans. Everything that you need will be ready to go in 2 days' time.
Very well. I will let the others know.
Please do. And with that, he saunters off into the western off-limits wing of her house.
Oh, good. The affairs department, where she keeps her affairs.
The hallway that is always under guard, and nobody ever lets anybody past for any reason that is not named Sorrow or Sir Stefan Stavro. Or obviously one of the guards who is also on duty and needs to be down there.
Absolution is not dumb. She has not even attempted to try to go in.
How many times does Absolution take Shadow's form?
No.
How long did it take for her to find out that Stefan Stavros is allowed through and take his form?
No.
It's like, you see, I choose life, actually. Could I get down that hallway? Probably. Do I make it back out of that hallway? I don't know about that one.
Not sure.
That's the one I'm fuzzy on, and that's the one that concerns me.
You don't bite the hand that feeds you and all.
Very true.
So this hand is currently feeding me. I would like to not have it stop feeding me for the moment. This hand is being very good to me at the moment. I'm going to just sit over here.
But no, Absolution 100% is like, even if I tried it, Sorrow would know. She would somehow know.
Hey, Kazu.
Yeah.
Evens or odds?
Odds.
So as the days continue along, you notice that there's a few extra comings and goings than what had been for most of the rest of the week, of various different people coming in and money changing hands and different things. It's all very cordial, all very quickly done. A lot of it is just what looks like supplies for the manor to keep things running smoothly, but it seems like there's more going on than there was the few days before, because there's a constant stream and flow of things being delivered and things being retrieved and all of this. But there seems to be extra of that today.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. Whatever reason.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just Fade during these next couple of days, Fade makes a point to make sure everybody is training. In part because Fade's curious about what other people can do, and in part because, you got to be ready for Plan B. Plan B is the part that we actually need to prepare for. Plan A either happens or it doesn't. But it's already in our wheelhouse.
So you end up out there at the same time as a group of the guards while training.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing target practices, they're cheering you on. If you're doing sparring, they're placing bets.
I think we do a good mix of 50-50, though.
And then they're also offering to join sparring matches because,
Oh,
they're always looking for ways to keep their skill sharp.
If they're offering. Like a body
So-
somebody. That's fine.
When asked to go to the training room, Absolution will be
Training
like,
area, it's outside.
training area. Absolution will be a little reluctant, kind of like at the mention of training, basically. There will be like
Oh.
a slight wince.
Yeah, but a trauma response.
Yeah.
Faye does make a point to be like calm and gentle about the whole thing. And she's very open about what's going on. Like, just go outside, make sure you know what happened, what to do if you are caught and alone. Make sure you're ready for the inevitability. That is all. If you think you're good, you're good. But there's always space to be more prepared.
No, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine.
I understand. And we shall hope it goes well.
And she would probably end up doing some spars with like a guard or two.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Okay. If I can freaking find crap. Dirty 20.
You give slightly better than you get with most of the guards. There's a few of them that give you some significant trouble, but for the most part, you're coming out ahead.
Faye is cheering in the crowd.
They're always happy to see more competent people around.
Mm-hmm.
There's more people to train with.
It's Absolution's movements are all very subtle too. There's probably also a couple of feints, just different things like that.
Mhm.
But everything's pretty precise. No movement wasted at all.
How about for Faye? Does she join in on any of this?
Of course she does. She's the one who wants to be out here training in the first place.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Whoa,
You
whoa,
can
whoa.
use
We
your
are...
casting stat.
Okay, what was I say? Groundles, magic, melee? The magic? Alright, we can do that. That doesn't feel right. Oh, it is. Great. Where's the dice roller when you need one? Where are my physical dice when I need them? Jesus Christ. I'm prepared. I can play D&D.
Totally.
I'm prepared. I can play D&D.
25.
Damn.
Nope. You're giving much, much better than you're getting. Like you're doing very, very well in these sparring matches.
Yeah, I had to pause and double check that I had +6, but I actually do.
Yeah.
I was a 19 on that die. It was very, very good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I rolled a 14.
solid. That's what made it a dirty 20.
Yep.
Gross.
Yep.
Dirty, dirty 20.
Yep.
Anyway, so oh boy. So you actually attract the attention of one Sir Stefan Stavro.
I'll kick his ass if I do. He probably bodies me, but
He comes in, looks at the two of you, and says, "Would you mind if I sparred the two of you?"
raises the maces.
I'm sure I stand no chance, but I'd be honored.
It's the both of you.
She still, like, raises an eyebrow. It's like, yeah, like, that matters. I recognize a freaking well-trained target.
As do I, but I see heavy armor, I break out the mace. Let's go.
Alright. I want you both to roll the attack rolls again.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
I've never
die.
needed 20 more in my life. Damn it.
So,
Which is
that's a
significantly less good.
That's a nat 20 for 26!
I only got 15. Oh.
Okay. So, Rena,
Yeah!
I rolled one for him. He also nat 20'd. His end result is higher than yours.
Well, of course. That
I'm
makes
just
sense.
letting you know that.
He is much more charming
That's
than
the
she
most
is.
incredible fight of all time.
You know. So, between the two of them, they're actually holding very, very well against Sir Stefan Stavro. He's kind of just in this mode of having to, like, fight on both ends, and you're both just going hard at him because you're just like, yeah, he's really good. We need to.
Can't hold back.
Ultimately, though, he does get the better of you, and he ends it with both of you on the ground, pointing the sword towards both of you, and just deep breath and goes, "That was good. It's a good sweat.
Yeah.
I appreciate that." Sheathes the sword and then reaches down to help both of you up.
Pity detective.
There
Actually, no,
is,
we'll take
like,
it.
as Absolution is getting knocked down, there probably is, like, a slight twinge of fear in her eyes, but then she remembers where she actually is.
Yeah, as he's lifting you both back up, he says, "Don't fear. I don't hurt my friends. Only my enemies. You're not enemies of mine, are you? That you know of?"
I think so.
I would
cool.
do my best not to be.
Excellent. And you've nothing to fear from me. Except for maybe a good thrashing in the practice yard. He laughs, and he grabs one hand of both of you while he's standing there and just raises them into the air. Do big cheers from the guards. But you notice it's not just the guards there anymore, it's a whole bunch of the house staff who are also there cheering you guys on.
This is so weird.
As you guys come off, Andreas, the guy that kind of gives Sir Stefan shit, who seems to be his second in command, is like, I've never seen a pair of people give him that much of a fight.
I'm honored.
It ain't bad, it ain't bad. And then Sir Stefan looks at him and says, yeah, maybe one of them could take your job.
Nah.
I'm
Andreas
not.
is like,
I'm
Andreas
not meant for
looks-
the forefront.
Andreas looks offended and goes, but I'm very good at my job. I pass you your peach cobblers. To a hearty round of laughter from everyone there.
It's like, I'd be honored, but I am not much of a forefront person.
Don't need to be forefront. Sometimes the guard's responsibility is to be invisible. To blend into the stone and the walls.
Isn't that the truth? I swear you guys always sneak up behind me while I'm trying to sneak food.
Here's a secret, we're also trying to sneak food.
I figured.
And really, there's not much need to sneak the food. Sorrow's pretty open-handed with it. You can get food whatever you want around here.
Yes, I know, but it's so much more fun when nobody knows you've done it.
Much agreed. Especially with, what are they? The lemon cakes.
Yeah, they are quite good, aren't they?
They're quite excellent. The Mistress Sorrow is spared no expense when it comes to paying her kitchen staff.
I do have to say, after that bit of a workout, I do believe I need a bath, though.
Well, then off you head. I gotta get into that circle and get a thrashing from my boss. He pulls his sword and he points it right at Sir Stefan and says, I challenge thee, knight. Defend your honor.
Valen fucking stays for this.
Absolution will also stay to watch the fight before going to take her bath.
So, based on reputation, you know that Sir Stefan Stavro is one of the best swordsmen probably in the history of the nation. He's absurdly good. Like, he's sort of one of those, like, generational talents. Andreas pushed him back for the first little bit, and then he made a small misstep, and that's all it took. Andreas is a younger man. Sir Stefan's got about 10 years of age on him. Sir Stefan's in his mid-30s. Andreas appears to be in his early 20s. And so the young man was pushing him with using that, youth and exuberance. But there was one small misstep, and, well, youth and exuberance is no match for old age and treachery. And he eventually gets put on the ground after a flurry of blows, with the sword pointed to his face. And just I surrender. You don't have to kill me this time. There's a laugh that goes around. Sir Stefan seizes the sword and then helps Andreas to his feet. You gotta watch that faint step. You telegraph. It's like, yeah, I meant to telegraph it and then go the other way. I slipped. Yes. That's the problem when you don't watch where you're putting your feet. Well, I'm supposed to watch where I'm putting my feet and your sword at the same time. I manage it. Yeah, but you're weird.
It's like, I don't
More
think I've
laughter.
ever slipped like that.
Even more laughter with that. Bloody show off. He says it in a good spirit, though. It's with a smile. It's just bloody show off.
It's like the awkward putting a comment in because it's like I'm uncomfortable here, but it's like
Andreas kind of looks out and just says, "Hey, Mouser, it's your turn." Mouser steps over, looks dutifully to Sir Stefan and goes, "Am I allowed to surrender now, or do I have to wait for later to do that?" Sir Stefan says, "Of course, you gotta wait for later. Defend yourself." And he draws his sword and begins his attack. Like in the same motion. Mouser's blade unsheathed and met it in the air with lightning speed.
Beautiful.
This time, Sir Stefan was on the attack, pushing the younger man backwards, but he turned it on him. And it became a bit of a back and forth for a moment until, well, old age and treachery.
Alas.
He thought he had Sir Stefan on his heels, thought the guard was a little too low, got excited, went for an attack, an opening that appeared to be there, that slammed shut the second he went for it. And he ended up with his blade in a bind, and then getting bodily thrown to the ground. His own sword pointed at his throat. Sir Stefan turned the sword around, handed it to him hilt first, and then helped him back to his feet. Bowser coming off was like, I thought I had the fucking bastard.
If anyone was watching Absolution whenever that happened, whenever he was actually pushed down, she probably would have had a bit of a wince, like, oh no, this is the end.
It's like, oh, that had to hurt.
Not only
That
that,
hurt
but
just a little bit.
And it wouldn't only be that, it would also just be like, when training with their betters back home, they were a lot less merciful on losing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, betters being in quotes here.
Yes.
But, like, afterwards, you can tell that Sir Stefan is actually giving advice to people, and they keep doing this.
Yeah, no. And after, like, kind of getting comfortable with it again, she actually does ask us for a spar from Mouser.
All right. Sounds good to me. Roll me that attack roll.
It's a 24.
There was a
24. Oh, you
right,
got another nat 20?
Yeah.
Dear God!
So good news.
Yeah.
This actually means your numbers tie.
Oh, that's funny.
Because I'm not using a player stat sheet for these guys. I'm using more of a generic stat sheet for them. So it ends in a draw. How do you want to do that?
I don't know.
So after a flurry of blows back and forth and a push, a pull, a lot of side steps and almost dancing away by Absolution, they end after a spin from her and just coming down with a slash from him with his sword on her shoulder and then her dagger at his throat with the point. And them both just standing there breathing very hard. And then just both kind of look towards Sir Stefan Savro, who's calling it, basically, and goes...
Yeah.
and he just takes his hands, moves them side to side, and just says, it's a draw. Nothing to choose here. You're both dead.
No, not bad.
I had to experience it for myself after our night on the town, our day on the town.
Shrug. Still, how'd you run out there? I have no idea of your formal training, but I don't have much myself, so it looks cool to me when somebody knocks out a guard, even if they go down in the process. We should get cleaned up.
Yeah, you are correct.
Sorry, my grandma came in to talk to me about figure skating that's on.
We'll have to do it again sometime.
Indeed, it's a good one. I'd rather lose to you than, that old man. Looking at Sir Stefan.
I mean, I lost to him too.
Yeah, everybody does. I'd like to see just once somebody beat him. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay. Faye like F's off to get bathed because oh my gosh, what a day.
This time, Absolution will stay in her transformed form and actually accept the help of the maids.
One second. Sorry.
All good.
So good.
Um, but yeah, you guys can hear me still, right?
Yep, can
Yep.
still hear you.
Perfect. So, where was I? So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Huh?
He's just good. Well, just
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
somebody
yeah, yeah.
beating
Yeah.
Sir Stefan. He's just good. But if somebody ever did it, I'd consider it a personal favor to me if they did.
Well, I guess I have another goal in mind then.
Yeah, good luck. I'm convinced he's forgotten more about Swordcraft than I'm going to know. Besides, he's taught me everything I know about it. He's yet to teach me everything he knows about it, however. Not for lack of trying on his part, though. He's tried very hard to teach me. I'm just, slow learner and all that.
I tend to learn fairly quickly, but I didn't really have much choice either, so.
That's fair. I was at least given a choice. And I couldn't have gotten a better teacher for it.
Granted, I have actually been alive longer than you have.
Blink, 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 blink. Right. I don't know why that surprises me. Either way, I gotta get back to the ass beatings.
Yep.
We've got another hour of this tonight.
Good luck.
Thank you. You have a good night. And with that, that closes out that scene. Is there anything else in particular you guys would like to go through
No,
while you are at the manor?
I think it's
I
about
think-
time to head out.
think it's about time to head out. We've done the research, we've done the training, we were as ready as we're gonna be.
All right, Roman, you have anything? Or is Roman not back?
Roman may still be laying down because a spitting room does not cure quickly.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't think it would. I really don't want to push too far past this without them, though.
Understandable. Might it be a good idea to go check on them?
Yeah. I'll go check on them in a second here.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna. Actually, no, I'm just gonna run and do that really quickly.
Okay.
Because yeah, I'm loath to advance much farther than this without
A fork? So, Jason is in your house. The first item you see when you turn to your left is your only weapon against them.
I have a bow staff in the corner of my room.
I have a fork.
Best of luck with the Q-tip.
Yeah.
Now, if I actually turned left, I do see Soda no Shirayuki right there.
Yeah, see, the thing is, you see when you turn to your left. So I turned to my left, and the first thing I see is my bow staff in the corner of the room. I didn't just look for the first object on my left. I followed instructions as written.
Look at you.
That being said, I might have just as good of a time with the fork as I would with Soda no Shirayuki because that one is not sharpened.
But I would be back.
Kazu, what's the first item you see when you turn to your left?
My curtain.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad weapon if you know how to use it.
A hard time getting this down quickly, but otherwise, Actually, I'm pretty sure I could use this fucker for repositioning. Pretty sure it acts like a grapple hook. Let's swing around somebody and really get him. It may not dislodge during that time either. It's really up here good.
Hunted, hunted. So
Wait, Minnie.
Yeah, I think that's where we need to call it for the night.
okay,
Oh, alas.
that's fine. We
Still,
will
it was
continue
fun.
next week. I really hope the Unbeat's doing better by then, but
I
Me
mean,
too.
that's gonna be
yeah, I know.
that's a tall order.
Yeah, I know. Mm. Mm. I don't really feel like doing a raid today either, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go into the endings.
In the land of crystal skies, wings of ice they mesmerize, dancing through the frozen air, draconic fairy bright and rare, sparkling breath of frosty glow, chasing dreams in ice and snow, through the valleys high and low, magic where the chill winds blow, playful dragon, fairy of ice, whisper secrets cold and nice, gliding on the winter's breeze, spreading wonder with such ease. Frosty fields and icy trees, echoes of her laughter please, every step a frosty touch, mystic charm and joy as such. When the twilight starts to fade, in the worlds of friends she's made, secrets of the frost unfold, stories ancient never told, Playful dragon, fairy of ice, whispers secrets cold and nice, gliding on the winter's breeze, spreading wonder with such ease. Playful dragon, fairy of ice, whispers secrets cold and nice, gliding